So delighted to be here with Ian Smith, former Super League referee. Ian, state of mind round to tell us why that's important.
Oh, I think raising awareness regarding mental health is absolutely immense, and for the Rugby Football League to give us a full round of fixtures where we have all the players running around in our t-shirts, the match officials, it's just fantastic. So what happens then is that the crowd and the people on the terraces, they see all the heroes running around in our t-shirts. You know, they start to inquire what's all that about, and it's just about raising awareness. And also with the tweets and the retweets that we get, I think last year's round we hit something like 9.5 million people. Now if you imagine that 0.0001 of them people sought some help because of their mental issues, or even improve the mental fitness, how many lives you can improve or even save. So it's a massive opportunity for us to get the state of mind message out.
Do you think that maybe people living with mental health challenges is something that's more significant than we might imagine? Do you think a lot of people have mental health challenges but they never vocalise them to friends and family?
Yeah, absolutely, great question. We all have physical fitness and we all have mental fitness. What we don't have is we don't all have mental health issues. And life is not linear. Life is a roller coaster, and sometimes we are at that bottom of that slide, if you like, and we don't know how to access any help, or we don't always recognise the signs and symptoms in ourselves. So if you see a change in your family member, your friend, your work colleague, where one minute they're a mickey taker, next minute they're insular, one minute they're always out for a drink with the lads or the girls, next minute they're making an excuse and not coming out. If you can just recognise that and ask your mate or your family member, are you okay? It just might give them the courage to say, do you know something, I'm not, because of maybe they split up with the missus, or maybe they're having some work problems or whatever. So it's just giving them the opportunity to say, actually, I'm not okay.
And obviously sometimes people can put on a brave face and you'd never be able to tell. Sometimes people might be laughing and smiling on the way through the day, but inside they feel something different. So do you think generally it's just about trying to be a good friend to people around you, trying to be respectful, trying to sort of ask people how they are, and just generally be a good person?
You've just hit the nail on the head. I can't even give you a better answer than that. It is just about having the compassion with another human being, to lend them an ear, just to listen. You know, I'm no mental health expert. None of the guys, the sports presenters that go out, none of us are mental health experts, but we're quite good listeners, and we're giving people the opportunity to just offload the problems. And then what we do is we signpost them somewhere else, because we can't solve them. But sometimes just by having the courage and conviction to say, put their hand up and say, you know something, I'm not all right. Or a friend having the courage and the conviction to say, are you okay? And don't just men are great at putting masks up and saying, yeah, I'm fine. But no, really, are you okay? And say why? Because I've noticed you're not going out anymore, you're not a mickey taker, you know, etc, etc, and tell them the reason why you're asking. And it might, that one question, are you okay, might just save somebody's life.
One of the things rugby league fans are is they're massively passionate, but sometimes that passion can overspill a little bit. I don't know if you've seen Melbourne Storm. I've done a video recently and it's talking about the players talking about experiences they've had on social media where it's been abuse or comments that have overstepped the mark and that's had an impact on their mental health. Do you think, as fans of the game, do we all have an obligation to sort of be respectful in how we support teams and how we support our players?
I think we have an obligation.
And I suppose referees as well.
Absolutely. In your case, yeah, we have an obligation in life to respect everybody. I love passion. I love passionate fans. You know, but that passion, then if somebody makes a mistake, becomes abusive. You know, it's where passion becomes abuse. You know, as a referee, I hated that negativity. I hated that you're a disgrace, you're a joke, you're a cheat, you're all these expletives. I hated that because I was doing a job to the best of my ability, something I absolutely loved doing with a passion. And then all of a sudden, you're driving home from a game, you put a radio station on or whatever, and you're listening to people phoning up, and especially now with social media, you know, these keyboard warriors, they can go on there and they think that they have impunity to be able to say whatever they want. Well, that's not right. That can't be right. Vile, vitriolic abuse of another individual, whether a player, a match official, or an opposition fan, is wrong.
And just because you're a tough player on the field, and just because you've got a job with status like being a referee, it doesn't mean that you don't feel things when it's said to you, does it?
Absolutely. You know, there's an old adage, sticks and stones may break your bones, but names will never hurt. The thing is about a stick and a stone, you can see the cut, you can see the bruise, and you can fix it. The thing is with the name calling, you know, it sticks to you. and it sticks to you like Velcro, and that negativity can hit away at your self-esteem, your confidence, and before you know it doesn't take much before you're on that downward spiral, and that's when you need help.
It doesn't take a lot though to obviously be a positive influence, does it? So one of the things we've got is our offload program. You've been really supportive of that. Tell us, if someone's out there and they're thinking, I want to build my own mental fitness, or I want to direct someone to something important, tell us about the offload program.
The offload program is a series of 10, we call them fixtures. And at Widnes it's between 6:30 and 8 every Tuesday. At the stadium it's a drop-in, and it's amazing, it's fantastic. It's 10 different topics: what is mental fitness, what is mental health, work-life balance, anger management, emotional intelligence, all these little topics that will give you that little 2 or 3% improvement in your mental fitness. And the presenters are like your Ian Knotts, your Paul Heitens, your Danny Sculthorpe, Jimmy Gittins, Russell Treasure, myself, Phil Vivers. So they're all former sports, I won't say celebrities, but sports players, and we just go out and we deliver these topics, and then the guys in the audience are fantastic because they take up the baton and they run with it, and they tell us about what triggers and traumas that they've had and how they've got over it, and it's just like a real great man's club.
I know sometimes with mental health challenges it can be like, sometimes it's the internal stigma that's hardest, and I think sometimes people who go to offload they feel a bit nervous at first, but actually it's a really sort of fun, nice, inclusive group, isn't it? Taking that first step through the door might be challenging, but actually it's a really lovely place to be, isn't it?
You just hit the nail on the head. That the first step is the hardest one, because if they think that they're going to go in with a label, everybody's going to say, "Oh, I wonder what's wrong with him," or "Why is he here?" or this and it's absolutely not like that. And it's amazing how much they learn off each other, and how much now the facilitators, the presenters, really, we can take a step back because they're just a really good man's club. It's just men talking. Sometimes we come out with an absolute load of rubbish, but it's funny rubbish, and that you can see them once they realise that it's normal. We're trying to normalise mental fitness and mental health. Sometimes people think that because I might have a mental health issue at some point in my life that I'm not normal. So we're trying to normalise it because we're all just normal people.
And just to conclude things, I'm sure obviously in your role you'll have seen lots of people who've experienced really, really dark times, what they might have thought they might not be able to get out of, but have come through and led really great lives afterwards. So have you seen lots of examples of where people have faced challenges but obviously moved on to much better things?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. There's one guy, he did a bike ride up to Magic Weekend. This guy had real severe depression, and not just him, there's been so many messages that we get back about how they've turned their lives around because of the offload program, because of opening up, because of speaking, and then they've realised that something, it's okay not to be okay sometimes, and then by getting involved in the offload program and the state of mind and one thing or another, they've just turned their lives around, and now that momentum is gathering, and because then they're passing on the messages to other people, they're feeling great about themselves, and then so it's just like I said, the momentum, and once the wheel starts turning of positivity, it's amazing where it can